Next, we'll show talent mapping within Perform 365. Now, if you have talent mapping configured, you'll have the option to see this within your dashboard. So we can automatically see here an overview of our talent mapping. Talent mapping is supported through the platform using the typical 9-box mechanism. So this typically splits up between one axis of potential, between low, moderate, and high, and performance, between low, moderate, and high. You can completely configure which axis goes on the X and the Y, together with the naming conventions for low, moderate, and high itself. You can even choose to change it from a 9-box to a 4-box or a 12-box, depending on how you want to run this within your organization. You also have the ability to name the individual boxes as well, and you can also use color coding. The way talent mapping works within the system is you can source the data either from a performance review conversation template, where the manager will automatically have selected values for potential and performance, or you can do this as a campaign within the talent mapping screen that you see here. You can set up permissions to allow either managers or department heads or individually named persons to be able to rate people in the 9-box itself. So in this case, you can clearly see we've already rated a number of employees, and we've got a number of people here in the low box, a number in the moderate, and a number in the high as well. Below, if we scroll down, you'll see the tabular information, where we have the individual person names, their manager, the department, the status of the 9-box we're completing, together with their performance and potential values. So when you invite people to score the individuals, you can simply go in and update the scores for each individual. This will automatically update on the grid above as soon as you click Save. So here you'll see the grid has automatically updated. If we go back to the grid, you also have the ability to specify a number of optional columns. So in this case, we've also added succession and risk-based columns to the template, including risk of loss, impact, the next position level, the readiness for that move, and then any action plans as well. So in this case, and to do so, we're just going to pin our person column. We'll scroll to the right, and we can go in and specify the impact and risk of loss on a number of these. We can also specify any number of other values under the other category. So in this case, we actually have all of the roles from our organization automatically uploaded into the system. This could be free text, or you can do it in an enumerated fashion as we've shown here. This allows you to quickly and easily update all of that information for that individual. We even have potential successor within this talent view succession plan. As I said, once you're done, click Save, and the information is automatically updated to all people using the platform together with the grid above. As you complete this, you can close off each individual or everybody within the system by automatically setting them to final. This will lock down those values and allow you to create another cycle. You'll see the cycles at the top of the screen. In this case, we have a Q1 and a Q2 cycle, and we can easily flick between these to show the changes in the ratings over that period of time. Typically, people do this on an annual basis, but of course, you can specify those cycles to be as long or as short as you want based on your organizational needs. You'll also notice that as well as the mapping view, there is a calibration view. If you upload your normalized distribution curve, you'll also be able to look at the distribution of performance or potential values across the organization. Typically, customers will look to do this with the performance values. The final really powerful feature within talent mapping is the ability to both filter groups of people, but also group. So in this case, I'm able to group by, say, department. And what this means is I can compare department to department the values of performance and potential. So here we can see that sales and marketing on average have relatively low performance and potential, whereas our project management and our HR functions lie around about the middle of the 9-box grid. R&D has high potential and moderate performance. This view allows you to really understand the individual metrics and competencies and potential and performance within these individual areas. You'll easily see here you can do this by different categories. So I have role, job band, for example, and individual job roles. These groupings and filters are all based on the person properties that you have set within the organization, allowing you ultimate flexibility on how to categorize and aggregate all of the information within a talent and succession plan. Of course, you have the ability to export this to Excel. You can also import values automatically into the system. As well as this talent view, you're also able to do succession planning at a role-based level using a very similar grid and a very similar tabular information in the lower part of the screen. Your 9-box grid will automatically show a summary on the organization level when it is in progress. Here you can see the number of people dropping into each of those individual boxes within the talent map.